Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name?
Why is she dressed like that
How
for
do
bed
I
with
explain
shoes and all?
this?
Wasn't
You
she
might not
bedridden?
be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you
like how
want,
Nahida
and
is so
maybe I can make it
curious
happen.
and kind of clueless about
But
things.
can you make my illness go away? Oh, I'm sorry, but
Her voice
I'm
is
not
so
powerful
good.
enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
Guys, my heart. That
After
was so
that, the
cute. I
voice
forgot
said,
about.
"Okay, I'll
I
be your
completely
friend."
forgot about that.
Although my body was
Well,
suffering
first of all,
during
I'm
those days,
saving my Primus
that
until
voice
she's out.
encouraged me and told
I
me
mean,
many
she
wondrous
seems
things.
cool, but
Beyond my window was
I
the
feel
flourishing
like-
Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samia, deserts, and all of Tibet.
biblically accurate plans. Yes. But yeah, so far with the Harbingers, I mean, we only have 2 Harbingers so far as playable characters, which are Wanderer and Child, and they're both DPSs. So it feels like they're making a trend of making the Harbingers DPS. And also, Pyro is kind of like the DPS elements. Like most Pyro characters are DPS, like maybe except Benny and Xinyan, I guess, because she's a shielder, but she can also be built DPS pretty easily. So like, it feels like maybe it would be cool to have her as a support. But if she becomes another DPS, I'm probably going to skip her because we have so many DPSs already. Your account loves Pyro, so yeah, so I'm really not lacking in Pyro DPS characters. So I might pull her sometime if she ends up being a support, because Pyro supports are neat. We need more of those. We so far pretty much only have Benny. But yeah, if she's a DPS, I'm skipping, even though she's cool as fuck. Forgot that Traveler is out. What do you mean Traveler is out? Who is Linny? Wait, what do you mean who is Linny? I mean, Linny is not a Harbinger. But he is also... I mean, if you don't know who Linny is, then I'm not going to tell you, because we don't start out in the story by knowing, though. I thought, like, in the trailers and stuff, I think they reveal who Linny is before we actually get to know him in the story. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you who Linny is, but he's not a Harbinger, that's for sure. But yeah, he is Pyro and he is a DPS. Like, all Pyro people are DPS, or there's a couple shielders like Toma and Xinyan, and there's one proper support / healer, which is Benny. But that's like the only one we've got, really. Not the Traveler, the Wanderer. Oh yeah, the Wanderer is out. He's really fun to use in Overworld, but he's kind of a pain to build. His teams are so specific. So I'm taking my time building him because it's a bit boring, to be honest.
Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat.
Wait, how had she not heard of Tevat? That's like the place where she lives. Not only was she bedridden, but they neglected to teach her stuff. Like, if you're laying down in bed because you're sick, you're still able to learn stuff. At least read some books. What? I feel like that's neglectful parenting. So you believe the voice you heard was Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books.
I know, he can become a fucking
That voice sparked a desire for wisdom.
I mean, he can fly.
It had to have been the Dendro Archon.
Oh,
I've
I'm
been
going to
hoping
need
for
you
a
guys'
chance to
help
repay
with
her
naming him
kindness.
when I get to that part
In
in
fact,
the
I
story.
was running around today to help prepare
I'll
the
probably do a
Sub-Zero's
poll or
festival
something.
for her.
I'll have you guys choose the name.
What's the Sub-Zero's festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But
Let's make it a
because of the
huge deal
academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death,
I mean, that kind
so they're
of
reluctant
makes
to
sense.
celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded
It's already so
Sumeru,
cultured.
but has
Yeah, but it's
Lesser
not
Lord
her fault.
Kusanali been
She's
the one
trying
quietly
to
protecting
learn.
us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
Yeah,
I
stop
know
being
that
so
people over
pretty.
by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But
I
recently,
think we'll
I
get
made a
any
friend there
moments
who
where they are
also
standing
follows Lesser
still
Lord
so we can try
Kusanali.
to read her mind.
I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on,
that's why
my
she's
lady.
short
Does this
on
friend
money.
happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I love Nilu.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with
can I hear
Nilu to meet up at the
Fontaine
Grand
music?
Bazaar today and see
Good
how things are
question,
coming
because
along.
This
Dia,
does not
would
sound
you
like
accompany
Fontaine
me?
music to me.
Sure, that's quite the trip, though. I'll carry
This
you.
sounds kind of Arabic.
No,
like,
that would be too much,
in the
even
background,
for
so
you.
You might as well
Sounds
just
like
accept
Sumeru
the
music
lift.
to me.
If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Can we also come along?
But of course, Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord
I have my
Kusanali.
Genshin open. So you were hearing Fontaine music from your own Genshin, not from mine. That makes sense then.
Hey,
I can't get out of the city fast enough, and you think I'd want to join the Corps of 30?
We already read his mind before, but
Seems like I'll be staying up late again.
wasn't he the guy that said before, I'm never staying up this late again? Wasn't it? That's funny. Nanda, don't you have any thoughts? I feel like there should be like a hidden chest somewhere in the tavern. Ah, there's a staircase. Anything upstairs? Oh. Hello, people.
I see everything.
Foolish Vahumana.
Agreed. Foolish Vahumana.
Narrow-minded Haravatat.
Oh yeah, those are like the different, like, not schools, but like the different lines you can go in school, right?
I miss the sweet cider of my hometown.
Cider.
Everyone home?
I hope I can get an unlimited supply of big orders.
I feel like there should have been some random chest here. But apparently we're not that lucky. Disappointing. I just jump over here. Standing in the corner fontaine next to Catherine. Well, that explains the fontaine music for sure.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Okay, now that we're on to the next part. No, Catherine still doesn't have any thoughts.
Skyward! Scatter!
I don't remember. Can we buy something from... something interesting from the shop? I think I'm good on most things here. Pepper? Got enough. I don't know what harvests are used for, but I'll get some.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Oh, I got stuck. Hold on, isn't Gregor in that tavern from Mondstadt? Could be. That would explain why he's thinking about cider. But he should be thinking about dandelion wine then.
Everyone home here?
Here.
Someone lost Mora again.
Okay, did he steal some Mora?
I see everything. Was that Nilo who just walked by? Oh.
I think Nilo has a
nice.
fangirl. What about you? Oh, Swoof doesn't think about anything.
Dad, let me want to dance.
Needed a bird perch.
Everyone home here?
Work is so boring. I hope the theater will put on a new show soon.
Yes. Anyone interesting up here?
I see everything.
I should just give up.
No, don't give up. Live your dreams.
Safety first. Safety first.
Ah, yes, safety is important.
Everyone home here?
It's a fact that talent is more important than hard work when it comes to the arts. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Hey,
I should go buy something from Jude's after work. What
already
should I buy?
check here.
It really is as they say. People will always spill their
There's a
secrets
lot of
after
talk
a
about
few
alcohol
drinks.
in people's minds.
Dad's worrying about Mayo again, I'll bet.
Who? Who's Mayu?
everyone home?
If I had the money to hire a fleet, I would have opened up a leeway market ages ago.
Okay.
What kind of story should I come up with today?
Nilu!
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
I'm me.
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Truthfully, no.
Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sabzerus festival.
What kind of response was that? Aren't you going to ask
By
us
the way,
more about
Dunyarzad,
that?
we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular. Thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
If I had the money to hire a fleet, I would have opened up
I
a
already
leeway
read
market
his mind,
ages
didn't I?
ago.
Whoops.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were
Oh, that's
nothing.
such an improvement
A
then.
little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick.
That
We
does seem
reported it to the
worrying.
academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Why didn't anyone come to handle
Oh,
it?
probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone
be
involved
so
in the theater go
boring
hungry,
if
but
the
then
world
we
didn't
wouldn't
have
be
any
able to hold the
entertainment.
Sub-Zero's festival anymore. Thank the Danger Archon for Dunyarzad. With the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
I
And
can't,
I can't wait to see you on the
see
stage.
it.
You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Milu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing.
I feel like one
So
of
the
the
goddess
gods
of
that got
flowers
drunk could
began
have
to
been
dance.
Menti. Just
As she danced
party
upon the
crashing.
grass, countless beautiful padisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Sounds like they had a great
Of
time.
course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Milu, you of all
I
people
just
will
got reminded
definitely
of
be able to convey
Nahida's
well wishes to the
birthday
Dendro Archon.
trailer.
I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered
Have you all seen
padisaras
it?
around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth padisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real padisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you
So
think?
cute.
Interested in the Sub-Zeros festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
We don't want to know about her. We want to meet her. Different things.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
Yes, let's party. You sure it's not just because you want an in on the fun. You sure it's not because you want to watch Nahida dance?
Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
And you also want some of the food that
So
will
how about we all attend
inevitably
the
be
Sub-Zero's
dinner.
festival together?
Sounds like a plan.
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sub-Zero's festival.
My favorite part in all of Genshin is when Diluc and Venti are at the bar. Jean's party and Venti's dead-ass drunk, and Diluc's just watching the build mount. That's class number 37. Paimon, what's Diluc doing? Diluc, I'm keeping count of this bar's alarming pace of progress through my wine. Only the nice drink for free tonight. It seems he didn't get this message. When he's sober shop, I will present him with the bill. How do you remember that whole exchange? But also that's great. When does that happen? Does that happen in like Venti's story quest or something? It's been forever since I've done that on my main account. Because it for sure did not happen during the Archon quest. And it did not happen during Diluc's story quest. Must have been Venti's quest then, right? Ah, Jean's quest. Okay. Yeah, that's also forever since I've done. So that makes sense.
In that case, we'll take a look
That
around.
seems like a fun one. Let's talk to your child.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why
You
does
can't
it
just
look
ask
so
people
funny?
why they have yellow hair.
Lander? Did you know that the Sub-Zero's festival is about to happen?
Yes, I
There
know.
are loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
A strange man passing candy to people? To children specifically? That seems a bit sus. Oh. Can I,
Hey!
Oh. Dot, dot, dot. Is yellow hair that rare? I mean... I guess this kind of almost counts as yellow? Nah, that's too white. That's kind of the same color as Traveler? Then we have Toma. Oh yeah, and Kirara. But yeah, none of them are from Sumeru. There's also Femine. Barbara. So yeah, I don't think they're very used to yellow or blonde hair in Sumeru. I'm gonna go. Oh,
dancing at the
3:32. Yeah, go
Sub-Zero's
sleep,
festival.
Q.
You know,
Don't
I
worry,
also
I'll be here
danced when I
again
was
sometime.
younger.
Streaming.
As a child, I even asked my
So
grandmother
go
why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all, and Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Okay. Yeah.
Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand
It
Bazaar.
will be
but I
one
do
to
know that
remember.
The residents here have a penchant for song
Don't
and
you
dance.
worry about it.
Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances
just
are
got
longer
reminded of
lasting and
Perfume
gentler
Lady
on your
from Lira.
skin. And I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Yes.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over
That's
to
not the
come
voice
by
I
this year
expected
and
from
buy
you, but
things during
okay.
the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Agreed.
Milu, your outfit looks amazing.
It does.
There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh.
That's some skill.
Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
I want it.
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
Neil's design is really cool.
Junior Zod, you look absolutely
Oh yeah,
stunning
so
with it on.
stunning!
It's
So
like a meeting with
beautiful!
the
Oh,
goddess of
I've never
flowers
seen something as
herself.
beautiful. Like, shouldn't they have
Is
shown...
that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like
Don't we start
Catherine.
with the crown on? Is that Catherine? Okay. Ad Astra Absask.
Huh. Come to think of it, Hyman's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Hmm? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
It is us!
What's shaken?
Whoa.
What's shaking?
Nighttime Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abysosk.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day.
Movie?
But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new
Wait,
experiences.
do they have movies in
Well, we
this
enjoy
world?
traveling
Because they...
across the
Oh wait,
and all
yeah, they do
that,
have movies.
but
They
we're
had a
mainly
festival
looking
about
for
it.
clues about his sister.
Yeah, I
Yes.
didn't know they
And you
mentioned
should keep
movies
searching.
before we even got to Fontaine.
Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard
Maybe
someone
the real
say something pretty
Lesson Lord
similar
Kusanali was the
recently?
friends we made along the way.
Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Are you also a fan of the... I'm not going to pronounce that.
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies.
Yes.
Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
How does she know? Have we like been demonstrating our powers? Wait,
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey Dia, what's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser
how
Lord
does she know?
Kusanali.
I feel like
and
that
she's
wasn't
been trying
Catherine.
to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
What about Dunjasard?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Rexar.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia.
Life is so dull.
It's probably easier to... Okay, it's not too far, so I can go on a bit. Not me stealing some fruit and veggies. Didn't see anything.
Skyward! Scatter!
Dia! My girl!
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Sure.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Yep, that's a blush if I've ever seen one.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel.
I feel like
we'll
they
see if the
have
person I
something
know
for,
has a way for you two to meet
Dunyarzad.
with the Lesser Lord.
I ship it.
Oh, hey, Chief.
He's that dude from before.
Did ya?
The guy.
What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Nah.
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more info.
No kidding. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rookshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumero City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
I do not remember
Appreciate it,
what this
Chief.
party's about at all.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
I agree with
Just
Bible.
recently, the
What are we talking
Academia
about?
lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This
Oh,
case
wait, is
might
that
just
the
somehow help
thingy
you in
with
meeting her.
Alhaitham?
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village.
Yeah, I think
Word
that's the
got out,
thingy
and
with
the convoy
Alhaitham.
was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
Yes.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you?
Yep.
It's the
been there a
largest
few times
commercial
already.
port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river.
No need,
The
I can
Academia's
teleport.
grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're
That's so
interested,
specific and
maybe you can head to
non-specific
Port
at the same
Ormos
time.
and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Why would we do
Are you
that?
serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Alright.
Help me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
A desert
You bet they
quest.
are.
It was from the Archon quest.
King Deshret's been
forgot.
dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia, and you too, Osfond. Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Let's go meet Alhaitham.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Yep, we won't forget.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Alright, do I want to start that part already? Because that part with Alhaitham and all that is quite long, if I remember correctly. So maybe I'll stop the Archon quest here for now. I'll still continue streaming though, I just will stop the actual Archon quest for now. So I will stop navigating.